What happens when the worldly achievements you chased finally arrive, but leave you utterly hollow inside? Returning from a long journey across holy rivers and mountain shrines, Prince Ram turned 15 and stepped directly into an existential crisis. He sat still, lost weight, and watched the petals of his life fall away. Flowers rained down from the crowd as Ram entered the palace. He had returned from his vast pilgrimage, stepping back into the royal halls like a divine presence returning to an ancient sanctuary. He bowed before his father, King Dasarath, and paid his respects to his spiritual master, Vasistha. He greeted his brothers, his friends, and the court elders, taking them in with warm embraces. For 8 days the entire palace surrendered to festival joy. The people cheered. Ram sat amongst his close companions and told stories of the strange customs and lands he had seen across distant borders. His routine was orderly: early morning prayers, homage to his father in the grand court, and hours spent listening to the guidance of Vasistha. He joined royal hunting trips in the deep forests, returned to take his baths, shared meals with friends, and passed the evenings in laughter. He brightened the life of everyone around him, steady and soothing, much like the moon radiating light across a cool night. Then everything changed. Ram turned 15, his brothers Lakshman and Shatrugna reaching the same age alongside him. King Dasarath began meeting daily with his ministers, quietly planning the young prince's marriages. But Ram began to pull back. He withdrew into his own inner silence, drying up like a mountain lake under an autumn sun. His face grew pale. His large, lotus-like eyes lost their usual shine. He would sit for hours, legs folded, resting his chin on a single hand, utterly motionless. He grew thin. His consciousness seemed somewhere else entirely. When servants reminded him to complete his daily chores, he performed them mechanically, carried down by a heavy heart. Grief is contagious. Seeing Ram sink into this quiet withdrawal, his brothers Lakshman and Shatrugna began to mirror his melancholy. The whole court felt the shift. Dasarath was horrified to see his 3 strong sons looking frail and dejected. He pulled Ram close, holding him by the shoulders, begging his son to open up about whatever was eating away at his peace. Ram looked back at his father with those pale, wide eyes and insisted nothing was wrong. He fell silent again. Desperate for answers, the king turned to sage Vasistha. Vasistha thought carefully before speaking to the panicked monarch. "There is a reason for your son's despondency, my king," the sage said, his voice entirely steady, "but you do not need to fear. The wise do not let fleeting shadows like anger or grief disturb their inner core without a massive reason. Ram is not broken. Nature only shifts its weight when something massive is taking root. When the mind stops reacting to the ordinary pleasures of the world, it isn't always a collapse. Sometimes, the drying up of daily desire is simply the ground clearing itself for a truth that never fades.